Alright, so we have been getting some questions regarding the camera we are using to record most of our content. The Sony ZV-E10 is one of the top cameras you could be using, especially if you are a new content creator.
Let's go over a few features and settings that you need to know before you start using your new device. And if you have any questions or have any recommendations on what types of videos you'd like to see from us, do leave a comment below.
This camera is a good option if you are going to live stream or do a conference call, for example. But there are a few things you need to do before you can do that. First off, make sure you have the required USB cable, and please go get a power adapter. If you don't, you will have to use the camera battery, and that will run out of juice pretty quickly. Now that you have everything, the first thing you need to do is click the menu button, then use the right side button to go to the Start tab. Once you're here, click on Add Item, then keep going right until you reach page 12. Now click on USB streaming. Good job! You now have added the option to turn your camera into webcam mode. This is a requirement before connecting it to your desktop or laptop. Next, go to the Setup 1 option, then click Power Setting option. Scroll down to Auto Power Off Temp and change that to High. You should get a pop-up that says the temperature of the device may rise to prioritize recording time. Would you like to change the settings? Click OK. Now once you're ready, click on the menu, then go to the Start tab again and click on the USB streaming option you just added. Now it will tell you to connect your USB cable. Don't plug in the USB cable before you see this message. So now go ahead and plug in the USB on the left side of the camera and connect it to your PC or laptop. Now you should be able to select your camera on your computer or laptop as a webcam device. Easy peasy. Now let's move on to number 2.
Okay, you see this little button up top that has 3 modes? Click it until you see the video camera icon on the top left of the screen. That icon means you are now in video mode. By default, the camera should put you into the mode called Intelligent Auto. To change that, click on the menu option and then go to the second tab. Once there, click on Shoot Mode. Here you can scroll to change to Program Auto, Aperture Priority, Shutter Priority, and Manual. These settings will give you more control, but you will have to adjust manually. If you are not too familiar with these settings, I would recommend selecting Intelligent Auto and letting the camera figure out the best settings and adjustments based on the environment you are recording in.
Next, go to the same menu tab you were just in and click File Format. Once you're there, click on XAVCS 4K. Now we want to click that little FN button under the menu, then go to Focus Area and set that to Wide. Also click on Focus Mode and make sure it's set to Continuous. Now for stabilization. You can adjust that by clicking the FN button and clicking the steady shot on the bottom left. If you put this on active, it will make it a bit more stable, but it will also crop your shot. I normally have it on standard, and if you are using a tripod or mounting it somewhere, I would just turn it off completely.
To adjust the blur in the background, you can simply press the button on the top over here, and as you can see, you either have a nice blur in the back or can have everything in focus. You will also have access to a cool feature called the S and Q mode, which will slow down the video for you.
You can also adjust the S&Q settings by going to the second menu tab, and you will see it at the bottom. We won't go into too much detail about the S&Q mode in this video, but you can make adjustments here as needed. The camera has an internal microphone which is located on the top over here. You can connect other microphones if you have better ones. We are using a budget shotgun style microphone. It's not the best, but it's slightly better than the internal microphone. Whether you are using the internal or an external microphone, or it's hooked up to your PC or laptop, you can adjust the audio recording level by going to the second tab in the menu, then going to page 3 and clicking on the audio record level. Do some testing yourself and figure out what works best for you. But try not to let the levels here go too high or too low. For the best result, I would say try to stay around here. You will find the microphone jack on the left side at the top. Don't confuse it with the headphone jack, which is down here. Alright, now you are all set up and ready to record or ready to start streaming. This might seem like a bit of a straightforward thing, but just in case, this is how you are going to put the dummy battery in. Once it snaps in, open this little area and run the wire through it. And there you go.
This may feel like a lot of information, so feel free to pause or go back. There are a lot more features and settings, but this will definitely get you going, and the best way, in my opinion, to understand everything with this camera is to just play around with it. We hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.